Very good afternoon to all of you. Welcome to Seed Security Lab by using Ubuntu 20.04 VM configuration set of instructions. We are going to make continuously in this series, we are going to study seed labs which are related to network security, web security, cryptography security, so software security. For doing these labs, we need lab setup. So first we need to go to seedsecurity.labs.org labsetup.html. So the lab setup is here. Here if you click lab setup, you will get two versions of lab setup. For this our continuous series of worksheets, we are going to use Ubuntu 20.04 virtual machine. So to download this, I am using Google Drive. When you are clicking the Google Drive, automatically the Ubuntu 20.04 virtual machine, which is of 20 GB size, will be downloaded into a downloads folder. It may take some time to get downloaded. Then to install this virtual machines, we need a VirtualBox. For that VirtualBox, I am using Oracle VM VirtualBox. So I am having 6.1 version. Even you can use the latest version. In this demo, what we are going to see is by using Oracle VM VirtualBox with version 6.1, we are going to install seed virtual machines. So I have already downloaded Oracle VM VirtualBox and seed lab as well. So when you are having Oracle VirtualBox, you will get Oracle VM VirtualBox Manager like this. This is simple setup. When you are getting exe file, you have to follow the instruction by clicking next, then simple setup file, which will lead to setting up Oracle virtual machine, VirtualBox Manager. So after getting the Oracle VirtualBox, you have downloaded seed lab. That seed lab is, I am saving it in seed Ubuntu 20.04. This is extracted and saved here. Check 10 GB file it is. So inside you will get one virtual disk image VDI file. Normal virtual machine setup, you will get ISO file, but here this is the pre-built Ubuntu and we are using. So we have virtual disk image file, VDI file. This file only we are going to use to set up a virtual machine. So coming back here, we are in Oracle VM VirtualBox Manager. Here we are going to configure and install a new machine. Already I had one machine which is called client, Janaki client. We are going to start with the new setup configuration. So I am starting here with new file. So here for the new file, any file host name you can give for the virtual machine. So I am giving client VM. So I am giving client VM. By default, the machine folder will come user again, whichever the user you are, again automatically VirtualBox VM folder might have created over there. If you have already, see for example here I have Janaki client, one virtual machine is there. So that virtual machine name will be available already in VirtualBox. So here we need to select Linux and here we need to select Ubuntu 64-bit. So we are going to run a configuration for Linux based version Ubuntu 64.5. So after selecting the type of OS and the version and the virtual machine name and where the machine folder is going to get saved, then click next. By default, it will show 1 GB memory for RAM capacity. But to do our lab, all lab sessions like network security lab, web programming lab, web security lab, software security lab, we need minimum of 2 GB. You can move from here, the slide progress bar, or otherwise directly you can type here 2048, which is 2 GB, so which is advised or recommended by CLab security. So 2 GB RAM for each virtual machine. So if you are using 3 virtual machines in your lab worksheets, you need to have a minimum of 6 GB RAM, 2 GB for each virtual machine. So here I have selected 2 GB RAM. After selecting, use an existing virtual machine disk, because we are not going to build our own machine, which is already pre-built machine. We are going to use it here. So you can select here, add, in add where you have downloaded the seed machine. So I have seed machine in any location. It will work with any location, which is a virtual disk image. So click here, select open. So this has to be selected and then choose. So seed Ubuntu 20.04. This has to be there, then create. So now you can see here client VM is being created. That means operating system is already installed. Now we need to do settings. So after selecting the virtual machine, we go to settings. So here we are going to set all the settings one by one to make our virtual machine ready to run or ready to work with worksheets, which are related to security lab. So now what we are going to do, first in general, suppose in case while creating a virtual machine, if you have done any mistake, here you can change. For example, client, I am changing virtual machine. Client virtual machine, already Linux. Also you need to look into the logo. Different virtual machines have different logo. For example, if I am selecting Solaris, the logo is different. If I am selecting IBM, the logo is different. So you need to select the correct logo. I am selecting Linux. Also 64 bits. Suppose if you are changing Oracle, that name will change, logo will change. So I am using Ubuntu 64 bits. So this is with the 64 type. So this is the basic VM names, host names. Then in advanced area, again your virtual machine, client virtual machine has been created. Now there are two options, both are disabled. We need to make it both bidirectional. I will let you know why bidirectional. For example, clipboard. Suppose if you want to bring any copy and paste of some Python program or text files, anything, if you want to copy paste from your original machine, real machine, to your virtual machine, that files communication between virtual machine to your real PC will be taken care, copy paste. Clipboard will be taken care if you enable bidirectional, both to and from. Same way, drag and drop will be possible if you make it as bidirectional. You can drag from outside the VM, you can bring it inside. From same like that, from inside VM, you can drag and keep it outside in your original machine. So this is no need to check the descriptions in encryption. We are not going to use encryptions. So now the general setting only in basic and advanced is ready, bidirectional. Then next is system setting. As we have checked already, RAM is 2 GB, 2048. Suppose here if you want to give 3 GB, you are going to work with only one virtual machine. If your laptop is or your personal PC is supporting more than 2 GB, then you can change it here. But recommended to have minimum of 2 GB. So 2 GB already set, so I am leaving this. Then coming back now, we are not going to use any external hard disks out from here. So that built-in setup, I am leaving it as it is. Here, processor, next level is processor. One CPU itself is enough. Sometimes, suppose if you want to do an additional CPU, do with additional CPU, you can change it to 2 CPU. Then enable PAE NX. This enable PAE NX will help you to go for virtualization extended. So here Intel virtualization technology will be enabled, and this will be helpful to run multiple operating systems on one computer simultaneously. So here we have Linux. Suppose if you want to run another operating system also possible. At the same time, if you want to do nested virtualization, that means one virtual machine to another virtual machine communication, virtual machine to virtual machine communication is also possible. A copy of one virtual machine, an instance of one virtual machine. Say for example, here one virtual machine is there. An instance of this virtual machine can run over here. So nesting of virtual machine is possible when you are enabling this one. Enable even this also possible. So here I have made enable VTX. Then next display. So display we are not going to change. Suppose for example your computer monitor is having high resolution. In that case you need to scale according to that, means you can change a little bit. Otherwise normal 100% will work to make your virtual machine display more clear like your normal virtual machine. And always select VMS with GA, virtual machine with GA off. Don't select other options, it may lead to crash your virtual machine. So this is the default one where we have a normal monitor. Make enable 3D acceleration. So the virtual machine monitor will be having a possibility of 3D acceleration is available. Then when we are moving on to display, storage. Storage also, as I said, we are not going to do anything with hard disk nor flash, so leaving as storage. Then we are not going to handle audio. Then coming to network, you have to select your network by selecting the adapter. Adapter 1, always you have to select NAT network. So when you are selecting NAT network, here maybe in your configuration when you are doing the time, here you may not get any name. You need to get a name, means you have to first set up the preference, like setting up your own network, that has to be made ready. So here I will teach you here how to set up the NAT network. So the NAT network which I have selected is SCN lab. Here in advanced mode, this Prometheus mode, this is by default it is showing deny. So we need to make it as allow all. So allow all will help you to sniff packets and view traffic, which are the packets of moving from one virtual machine to another virtual machine. At the same time, in a real-time environment, Prometheus mode is considered as unsafe because hackers can see what is happening, what are the packets are transferred from your original PC to other PC through your network communication. But here, when we are working with virtual setup, that is, our goal is to check the lab setup and do some security worksheets. So I am enabling it, but in real case, it is also considered as unsafe. So when you are making is allow all, each host, each virtual machine has the ability to see network packets to other VMs on the system. Also, I advise here you need to refresh your MAC address. MAC address, you all know very well that MAC address is nothing but your physical address. So always refresh your MAC address. Suppose it will give 90% of different MAC addresses for every machine which you are creating. So to avoid the same virtual machine, both the virtual machines should have a similar physical address or MAC address. To avoid similarity in MAC address or same MAC address or physical address, we are always better to follow the step of refresh. Right? We are having only one adapter, so I have set up only with one adapter. So my network is ready. Okay, so this is my lab setup. I want to run this lab. So after setting up the lab, when you are powering on, the lab will prompt, the virtual machine will prompt with login. Since this is C, the built-in password which is done by Lab security configuration is these. So I will show you here DWS, that is backward of C. These, then click yes. You may get your new virtual. So this is your new virtual machine. This new virtual machine will have screenshots available, folders and files. This is a Wireshark tool which we are going to use when we are doing lab worksheets. And so here we have a browser which is Firefox. Here, this is terminal. See, this monitor is having resolution no change. So if you have any problem in resolution, you need to change the resolution setup by power of the machine. 1 minute, I will power off the machine and switching off display. So here see, I have changed it to 110, so I will change it to 100 by default. So now if you power on, you will not get blinking. As I said, seed is the host name, user name for the host, client virtual machine. The host name is here, client virtual machine. Seed is the username, password is these. Reverse of seed. So now your virtual machine setup is ready. This is your home folder, this is your trash, and this is for taking a screenshot. This is the Wireshark to capture the packets, packet capturing tool, and your browser and terminal. So this may not be there for you. Suppose if you want to add some more tools in your desktop, like shortcut for these tools, you can select which tool you want. See, for example, if you want calendar in your desktop, so you can keep calendar here. Add it. So calendar has been added. So whichever tool according to your worksheet, whichever you want, you can add it here. Now this is your home folder, which is called also root folder. See, these are the subfolder which is inside your home root folder. Right? So these are the files. So we will see one by one when we are executing the files. Now we will open the terminal. Now we will open the terminal. Now we will open the terminal. So we can start working on the terminal. So from here after you can type Linux command and start working on your virtual machines according to your lab worksheets. For example, a listing of directories, creating a Python file, or work with root privileges, work with user privileges, or changing the system permissions. Anything if you want to do like normal machine, you can work this. Maybe in your case, you might have got it this as seed VM, but here I have changed the terminal name. We will see how to change the terminal name in the next video. Hope everyone is happy with this video how to set up virtual machines by using Seed Security Lab configuration inside Oracle VM VirtualBox. Now I have, so here you can check settings. If you go to settings, you can get network setups, right? Here you will get what is your IPv4 address, right? What is your MAC address, what is your router address, DNS. So everything you will get your network address, same settings. And always if you want to change the settings in the network basic settings, network RAM setting, display settings, kindly power off the PC, then in off mode we change the settings. Then change closing the terminal, here power off, power off, power off. This PC has been power off now. So this is PC. Here again go to settings, you can. Here I said in network, when you are selecting here, you may not get something. A network setup until or otherwise if you are already set up the NAT network. So how to set up the NAT network, I will show you now. Go to File in Oracle VM VirtualBox, Preferences. Here network preference, already one lab is there. For example, suppose if I am removing this lab, there is no lab here. Maybe first time when you are doing, you will get like this. So you have to add a NAT network. Double click on NAT network, so you will get SCN lab. So here you have to type SCN lab, any name you can give. Lab setup, lab new network, lab 1 network, anything you can do. This IDs are starting with 10.0.2.0. Suppose if you need any lab worksheet which needs IPv6, you can select IPv6. But our goal is to do network labs which is not compulsory requirement of support IPv6. So I am clicking OK. So SCN lab name, right? This has been created. Now this is the SCN lab which is already available here for this network. So I hope our network setup is ready. So kindly I'm repeating again, if you want to do any setup, do the setup after power off the network. At the same time, if you want to create another machine, usually in networking lab, we need 3 machines, one for the client, one for the server, and one more for the man in the middle attack or otherwise hacker, those who are going to sniff and spoof your package, those who are going to do SQL injection in your web application. So in this case, we need a third user as well, third host also. Third host may be a hacker or man in the middle, anything attacker you can give any name. So every time you no need to create a machine with the same setup. See, already we have one setup. We are going to take a photocopy of this, that is called cloning. So right click, clone. So when before clicking, you kindly check whether your machine is powered off. While running time, if it is running and if you do cloning, the same setup with the same host name, same MAC address, same IP address, it will look like a duplicate. I don't want duplicate. I want another machine, a new machine with the same setup. So see, for example, this machine, client virtual machine, right? So here I am changing client instead of client virtual machine. I am changing to server virtual machine. Same. Next, full close. So cloned now, since it is powered off. For example, this IP address, if you open client IP address, you see as this. When you are doing switch on, you have to give credential for login. See, I am typing D. Okay. The client information has been created, so I am changing the visibility level size to smaller level because I would like to show another computer. So settings, network, if you see the network settings, so here in this network setup, if you are choosing terminal, here this ID or the IP address is 10.0.2.6. So can see now. I will minimize. Then I use the visibility of client machine. I will open server machine. Now client is running. No need to power off. Client is running. Now I have opened another machine which is server. Now speed level here again the same. This is the password for server machine as well. So when we are looking into server machine, again we need to have looking our network setup in server. See here the IP address is 10.0.2.7. The MAC address is different, C228 for server. Same way, if you are checking for client, I will minimize this server and I will open the client machine, virtual machine, here in settings. Here 10.0.2.6 MAC address is fixed. Right, that's for students for time being to have virtual machine. Power off properly, power off, logout, power off. So client machine has been powered off. So you need to power off instead of avoid losing your data when you are working with worksheet. Same way here for server, power off, power off, power off. So now in this video we have created one complete virtual machine including setup. Once the virtual machine is ready, now we have an option of cloning when the virtual machine is powered off. So now you see this two virtual machine which I have created now, one with 10.0.2.6, another one with 10.0.2.7, both are with a different color. So that's all students. Thank you so much for watching.